In today's battle report, we have the Easterlings going head-to-head with the Uruk-hai from Isengard. Who will come out on top? Just watch to find out. Hello and welcome to Conquest Creations. My name is Jacob Lucas, and today we have a showdown between Easterlings and Isengard.
Hi, I'm Jordy. I brought Easterlings today, and I brought Big Kamul on a fell beast, Amdur, the Lord of Blades, on his armoured horse, and just a captain. And I've bought a full phalanx, and I've got a war drum in there just for that bonus movement.
My Isengard list today is something a bit different to what I normally run. I've got Shaku on a warg with a shield, with a big block of pikes and a berserker, and then I've got two captains with big blocks of pikes, a couple shieldmen, a couple berserkers, and then a bunch of crossbows. It's a pretty straightforward list, but I think it has a lot of potential.
So today we're playing Clash by Moonlight, and there's two key things you want to do in this one. You've got to kill the most enemy heroes, and you've got to break your opponent. So I've got a big advantage with my hero hunting abilities. So I'm going to try and do that as quick and as fast as possible and get those guys to start swinging into the infantry. And all the while, I've got to hope that my phalanx can hold for long enough to let the heroes do their business.
Clash by Moonlight is an interesting scenario for me. I've got really weak heroes, and Jordy's big heroes are going to be able to have a field day. But my troops are so solid. We're going to be able to punch through the Easterlings. While Jordy's trying to kill my heroes, I'm just going to try to break him and hopefully get the points for the win there. Today's battle is happening in a border city between Gondor and Rohan, where the Uruks have made an encampment.
I won the roll off to pick sides and deploy first. So I've chosen this half because it's a bit more dense, which will hopefully give me some protection against those crossbows when they do get to fire. And I'm just placing my captain and his little warband of 8 extra soldiers down here.
My first warband going down is my Uruk-hai captain and his troop of warriors.
So I'm just placing Kamul here. It's kind of a dummy drop in that I can re-maneuver him because he's got a massive speed advantage. So even though he's starting here, he could be on the other side of the board in 2 turns. So Jacob won't know exactly where he's actually going.
I have a super simple move. I'm just dropping my Uruk-hai drummer, who's an independent hero, just behind my lines in the middle of the board.
So I'm placing Amdur here, and I'm going to complete the phalanx here with the drum quite central so that I've got my whole army marching from turn 1.
Jordy's finished deploying, so I'm just going to deploy the rest of my army. I've got Shaku and his line going in here. And my final warband, just going in here, is my leader, which is the Uruk-hai captain with the tiger print coat. I have one priority and I've sounded the drum, and I'm just advancing up 6 inches here because I don't want to be too close too early because I've got a lot of crossbows to fire. My Uruk-hai crossbows are really important in this game, so I'm just moving them up to a position where they should have good line of sight down at wherever Jordy moves his army up to.
Alright, so to try and effectively negate Jacob's crossbows, which will be wounding my models on 4s, because we're in Clash by Moonlight, I'm actually putting Amdur here. I've made this little bubble to display his Uruk charge range, so that's about 6 inches. So I'm going to just place him, and I've marched, so I've got a full 15 move. I'm going to place him here, so that next turn I have range to charge him, and he doesn't have range to charge me.
So guys, what do you think about these armies? They've got a super vibrant and colourful scheme. Do you like that, or don't like it? Let me know.
Kamul, just like I said before, he's jumping to the middle here, which will give him a vantage point to go whichever way I want in the following turns. So I'm doing something a little cheeky with the drum. So I'm placing him here. It puts him within 12 of every model, except for my 2 cav models here. This means they will be able to charge next turn, but I still get to call my drum and move my infantry as far forward as I need to.
And this is us after turn 1. There's a big line of Uruks and a big line of Eastlings. The big thing in my mind is I want to be leveraging my crossbows. I need to decide next turn if they stay still or if they move forward. Stay still and try to shoot, or move and try to fight. That's the question. So Jordy has priority, which was great for me. I have elected not to drum, and Jordy has declared that he is drumming. Took a long time to think about it, so this is a pretty critical move here.
Alright, so what we're going to do is, because these crossbowmen are in this little alley doorway thing, we're committing to a charge here and a charge here. What this forces is now that these 4 crossbowmen are stuck doing basically nothing, or they're risking shots on their own men. And so the infantry, because they've drummed, able to move 9 inches. So we're going to be shifting our line this way, and we want to give as little fronting as we can to the Uruks, because the less of our infantry they're fighting, the better.
Hey guys, just going to interrupt the game to be a sellout show for a second. If you like the videos that we create here at Conquest Creations, consider leaving a like and a comment.
So Kamal's done a bit of a Hail Mary. I went for a single dice compel on this captain. What I'm actually going to do is place him sort of in this little central bit to hopefully base all his models out from even coming through this section. He might be able to squeeze through, but hopefully if I centralize it enough, maybe not.
In my movement, I'm mainly body blocked, but because this crate is less than half my height, I'm going to charge into these 2 Easterlings, and then I'll get 2 pike supports to go in and help me out there. My crossbows are deciding to stay still this turn, and only the back rank can shoot, but they're going to give it a crack. This is the other flank of my army just pushing across to hopefully engage next turn. And the core of my force, just going to push up. After movement, we're going into the shooting phase. Now I have these 4 crossbows who have stayed still, and these 2 are going to fire at armor with an in the way for the combat. And they both missed. This one, he'll have an in the way for 2 combats to get in. He'll miss. And finally, this one will just go at the cataphract. Is that worth it? He'll go at Kamul with an in the way for the combat.
Oof.
And once again, missed. In the combat phase, I managed to push back a few Easterlings there, and then I took down this cataphract. Now we're going to be rolling for Armder, fighting against my 2 crossbowmen.
Big 6.
I'm on a 3, that's not great. So they're knocked prone, and you need 5s to kill them.
Ooh, 1 fail, 1 down, and then we've got 4 dice on the next guy.
And one of them survives. Alright, that's awesome. So, start of the turn, Jordy won priority, and we both called heroic moves. I called it with my leader, who has got it. So, I won the roll-off, and he's just going to charge in here as close as he can. Now, the objective is to tag Kamul. So, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go first with this Urukai warrior. Needs to pass a courage test. That's a 9. Perfect. Got her on the first try. And he's just going to charge in there. With my crossbows, they're just going to stand up. And all of them are going for Amdor. This one's going for Amdor. I'm going to try to put another model into Kamul. So this guy's going to take a courage test. He has failed, unfortunately. So we'll just get the rest into Amdor. Let's take him out. And this captain just charging into the lines of pikes and getting pike supports. Unfortunately, not a lot of these Urukai can move because they have to end within 6 of my captains. So they have to just move across. Winning this heroic move is really, really helpful. And I couldn't actually get all of my models in the move. And that's actually a good thing because it means that Jordy's going to move and then I still have some models to move that can wrap in.
This was a massive heroic move for Jacob to win. First of all, it meant I didn't get free run on his captain. And secondly, it meant I didn't get to plug that big gap that those Uruks managed to swarm through.
This is my position at the end of my heroic. I've tied down a lot of things, and I'm pretty happy with my position. So it goes into Jordy's movement.
So this cataphract is now switching modes and is going to charge in, which will give Kamul a knockdown if we manage to win, and almost a sure kill. So because these guys are about to move, I'm actually just going to body block them with this infantry model. And if Shaku wants a heroic combat, he has to go to another guy.
Cool. Right, I was saying it was a good thing that I hadn't moved all my models, but Jordy was really clever here. He just put 2 models in the way, and he's tying up 150 points models with just 2 models. That really hurts. And in my move, Shaku is just going to go in for the bait, take on that first one, and the Berserker will wrap around and we'll get numbers in there.
Big shield, baby.
After movement, the lines have clashed. Jordy, are you going to call any heroics?
Yeah, this is an interesting turn. So what I'm going to try to do is a bit of a heroic waterfall. So I'm going to try a heroic with Kamul because he's got a knockdown. And if it all goes to plan, shove that cav around there, shove Kamul around this side, and have Amdor heroic combat and maybe get the tag on the captain.
Alright, let's do it. I thought that I had Amdur, and he's done this heroic waterfall, which is a really, really clever idea, and it's definitely pretty advanced play that I wasn't anticipating at this point in the game. Now my captain's under threat. Kamul is fighting against a warrior, and I'm taking my 2 pike supports there. And I'm on a 4 high.
Kamul will be on the purple. And we got the 5. Whew.
I'm going to be using my banner reroll. And not enough. That goes to Kamul. Do you kill me?
Yeah, so Kamul's going to do double strikes. And I'll grab the 4th purple. If he gets a wound here, he'll regenerate a point of will. And that's well and truly.
Alright. So I'm taken out, and where is he going to go?
With this heroic, Kamul's going to jump over here to take this crossbowman off of Amdur. And then this cataphract is charging these 2 crossbowmen. And we're going to take him off Amdur's combat as well. Alright, so Kamul has pulled it off. Him and his cataphract bud, they've eaten that guy up and moved into the exact position they need. Amdur's combat is ready to go. Now this one's the low odds one.
Alright, so now it's Amdur's heroic combat. Can he kill the 2 crossbowmen? I'm on a 5.
5s are good. Amdur's 4 attacks. 6 is
He's got
very
6s. I will check my banner range there.
good. Fight 6.
Doesn't matter. Goes to you. Alright.
Now we got to get those 2 kills. Gone for an absolute Hail Mary, so I got to get a couple of 5s on these dice, or at least enough to spend my might. Ooh, wow!
So that kills both of them, and it means that Amdur's combat is successful, and that my captain is in a lot of trouble in there.
He somehow killed both those crossbows. Here we go. Time to get that captain.
Okay, Amdur has been successful. This is not good. I cannot afford to lose my captain. He's also my leader, so that's going to really hurt if he can take him down. I need to stay alive here.
Oof.
Do you want to move him, Jordy?
So Amdur, because of control zones, has to charge this Uruk pike, but I'm going to wrap it into the captain.
Absolutely, and then because you have priority, you'll split that fight off.
Yep.
In the combat phase, we started on this side of the board, and I managed to take out both of the Easterlings that were trapped in there. Further along, my captain actually lost that fight and was pushed back, took a wound. That one was very unfortunate. In here, we had an Uruk die. He was trapped fighting a captain. And then one of my Uruks and a friends killed an Easterling. Next to them, my crossbowman ended up getting pushed back, but survived. And then I took down the cataphract, and unsurprisingly, Kamul managed to kill that crossbow. Now, it's my captain with a pike fighting against Amdur. This is pretty important. So, let's roll. My captain gets a 6.
He's on the 6. So Amdur with the charge. Gets it as well. Oh!
And Amdur is a higher fight value, of course. So, W strikes, and can you kill my captain?
So this was a nutso Hail Mary. Let's see if it pays off. I'm just going to go balls to the wall. I'm not even going to try and hit that pike. Overkill is the right kind of kill. All the dice at the captain.
1 wound.
So I have 2 points of might, and that's not enough to convert. But there's a chance that I might just want to burn it and hope he fails his fate. He'll fail on a 1 or a 2 and pass on a 3 because he's still got might. Interesting. Commit to the spend. If this kill goes through, Amdur gets a point of might back. If it fails, hopefully at least it burns that might.
So I've got to pass a fate here. And I have passed that on a 6. And
Yes! And I got a 6.
if you're enjoying the content and want to support Conquest Creations, then check out the website. The link is in the description below. I offer commission painting as well as some awesome resin cast bases. It is my priority, but we both called heroic moves. I went with my leader, and Jordy went with his captain. Jordy won the heroic move roll-off, which is not good for me. So, he just pushed his captain into that Uruk-hai warrior right next to him there. And Jordy, what are you doing up here?
Yeah, so the captain is charging exactly here because we want to be within 6 inches. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to completely, as much as possible, cover this doorway so that the Uruks are crammed once again. And I've got a whole lot of his army doing not a lot of fighting.
Rolling.
All right, so in order to block this flow, Amdur's actually going to commit to a charge on these two, and we're probably going to heroic combat again.
After Jordy's heroic move, he's managed to block off a large portion of my force and engage all of my troops on this side. Very importantly, Kamul was not in range of that heroic, and I have a single Uruk-hai crossbow just down there. If I can pass this courage test, then Kamul will be pinned this turn. This is really important. I need a 8 on 2 dice. No. Just not good enough. Alright, that's very disappointing. I'll do the rest of my move now.
So after due deliberation, Kamul's going to go for a bit of another Hail Mary. First of all, he's going to try and compel this pikeman into a different position, charge these 2 pikemen, and maybe get a heroic off into this captain here.
Alright, let's see it happen.
So this is for the compel. I need it on 5, so I'm throwing 3 dice at it. Oh,
And
that's
that
a
is
complete fail.
Complete fail. So that changes the plan. What's Kamul going to do now? Go.
Alright, so with Kamul's fail, instead I'm actually going to go help Amdur out and tag this crossbow so that Amdur has a better shot at his heroic combat. Amdur is fighting these 2 Uruks in a heroic combat. If I win, I get to charge straight into the leader, who's currently knocked prone still.
Alright, so my 2 red dice are fighting normal, and the white dice is my banner bearer. I'm on a 6,
No.
that's good. Amdur is on a 4.
With the banner.
Reroll. And that's mine. Yes, Uruks. Alright, let's kill this horse. First strike against the horse. Nope. Second strike against the horse. Yes, dismounted. And 1 strike against Amdur does nothing. That's fine. Knocked him off his horse. That is massive. Perfect. So in the combat phase, Jordy's Easterling shielded against my crossbow, and I just pushed him back. Now, in here, I started out with my pike and crossbow fighting 3 pikemen, and of course, Jordy managed to get both of them. Then we had my pike fighting 2 Easterlings, and he also died. Further down on this side, once again, I lost the fight. Classic Uruk-hai, but was unwounded there. And now we have my captain, who's going to be fighting against just 2 Easterlings there.
Yep.
And I'm going to be shielding because I'm knocked prone from Amdur last turn. I'm on a 5.
Ooh, okay, we're in with the shot.
And I have won it.
I'll take banner first. Big 6.
And
turns it into 2 6s.
turns it into 2 6s. I'll have to banner as well. And I will get a 1. So once again, we have not won that fight.
He's out of might, isn't he?
He is out of might.
So-
So you need 6s to take him down.
4 dice to get a 6, but kind of ironically, I don't know if I want to. I want Amdur to get it, to turn into that 6-inch banner.
I'm alright if he survives this.
But,
Wow.
he's gone.
So, Amdur doesn't get Blood and Glory and doesn't turn into a 6-inch banner. But my leader is dead. Alright. Let's do Kamul fighting my 1 crossbowman there. I believe in this crossbowman. He can do it. He's on a 4.
Kamul's on the 6.
Jordy has won that fight and he's decided to hurl, which
one.
might get me to an Easterling of his. I think it will if he gets far enough.
If we get long enough. So, importantly, Kamul doesn't get to Essence Leech this guy from a hurl. Only from rend and regular strikes.
So he will not be regaining a will point.
So, he's going to take 1, 2, 3 and a strength 6. That's 1 dead. 1 wound. Back pike. Ooh.
He's dead.
Front pike. Swordsman. Alright.
Well, that's 2 more pikemen dead. On this side of the board, my Uruk-hai managed to kill an Easterling and push them back. And then my captain did classic Uruk-hai captain things and lost the fight just pushing back. And then another Uruk-hai was taken down by the Easterlings. We are starting to get low on numbers. They're killing us in every single fight. Jordy won priority, and I call the heroic move with Shaku. I've got 5 priority left still. Jordy only has 1. He decided after a lot of thought not to counter with Kamul. So, now I have to actually decide what I'm going to do, and it's honestly not that easy. I think the key thing is I need to tie up Amdur. And I can't tie up Kumul this turn because that's out of range of Shaku. So Amdur is tied up, and we're just going to push in and try to get bodies into combat. At the end of my move, I just charged everything in. The lines are a bit more broken up now, but I'm still definitely concerned about how powerful these Easterlings have been so far. And Kumul was unable to be tagged, so he has free reign.
So Kamul's gone for a big move over to this side. So what I'm actually trying to do here is just shore this section up. What I'm trying to do now is get the break on the Uruks and hopefully maneuver in such a way that we can get this captain as well. So he's charged 2 pikes. On the way through, I'm going to do a single dice transfix, which is a 4-up. Oh, let's chuck 2. Let's chuck 2 on this captain here, so that he won't make strikes if he wins his fight. Oh, didn't need
Double
it.
6s, and I'm not going to bother to resist that because I don't think I'm going to get it anyway. And this is the end of Jordy's move. It is a mess in here. There are a lot of traps that the Easterlings have on the Urukai. I'm definitely not in a good position, but I think that if my regular troops can roll statistically, I should be able to do decently. So, into the fight phase. Starting on this end, my 2 crossbows pushed back the Black Dragon. And in here, again, just pushed back. Didn't manage to kill despite having the 3 attacks. Amdur, unsurprisingly, managed to take down an Urukai. And my Berserker was slain. Next, your captain managed to take down my warrior, and then my Berserker and Urukai warrior, further along, managed to kill an Easterling.
Push back phalanx.
And finally, my captain, who was transfixed, managed to win the fight, so he cannot strike blows. The Easterlings must just push back.
So we did these 2 combats first because I've got traps. Unfortunately, this shield man managed to push me back, but this Berserker got absolutely shredded.
Destroyed.
And these 2 pikemen fought these guys. Through the fight value, he rolled a nice 6. And I actually have to back away in such a way that Kumul is still within banner range, because now we're on to the big show.
Alright, Kumul fighting 2 pikemen. I feel confident. I'm on a 5.
5's good.
And
Kumul
Kumul is on a 6. So what's Kumul going to do?
We're just going to do our strikes at each of the models.
Makes sense.
I've got to roll them in such a way because they're knocked prone and double strikes, and I'm winning on 4s. First guy's killed.
Yep, and second guy is
killed.
dead. I ended up winning priority, and Jordy called a heroic move with his final point of might on Kumul. So he is completely out of might. I countered with my captain. Now this is a really important point. My captain still has 1, and Shaku still has 2 after this turn. So if Jordy doesn't completely break my spine here, I have a lot of control over this game. So I just need to survive this turn, and then I'm going to be really, really happy. Unfortunately, Jordy did win the heroic move roll off. So Jordy, what are you doing?
All right, there's another big Hail Mary happening. We're going to compel this captain just like an inch or 2 this way, and then countercharge with Kumul. I'm spending 4 dice because I want this one to go off. Once the charge has occurred, I'm going to be wrapping these guys to cover Kumul's ass.
All right, let's see what you can do.
Gets it exactly on the 5.
All right, so I have 1 point of will and 1 point of might. I really, really want to pass this. That's very sad.
So Kumul's done his heroic. You saw the compel and charge the captain. I've created a little mini shield wall here. If Shaku's game and tries a heroic combat here, he's still got the control zone of this Easterling, stopping him from getting through to Kumul. And then I've just pushed forward here to keep this as tight a gap as we can.
And this is the board after movement. A lot of time was spent here just thinking about where things are going. In here, I'm just outnumbered now. So I really want to get some good rolls, but I am so far away from breaking Jordy. And as you can see, the fights are just progressing, and Shaku is fighting against 2 troops. Now, I'm debating a heroic combat here. Obviously, we have the same fight, so it's not great odds, and he needs 5s to wound. But I just need to be doing wounds, because I'm going to quarter soon, and I need to have damage in him before that. So I've had a big think about it, And I expect, worst case scenario, I'll lose 5 models, which means I won't be below 33%, so I won't take courage tests for being broken. Which means I'm going to save my might here because I expect that the game might go on for 2 more turns, and I'd rather have the 2 heroic moves. Alright, that takes us into combat, and let's start with my captain fighting against Kamul. My captain is, of course, immobilized, so he cannot shield, and he's going to give it his best crack. I'm on a 4.
Oh, okay. So Kamul has 3 attacks because I've charged.
That's correct.
No good.
That
no
is
good.
exactly what I needed.
Banner roll. So I got to get a 4+.
Not
Whoa.
enough. That's massive. That's the first time Kamul has botched, and that is a big deal for me. I'm really happy about that. I was already writing off that captain as slain.
4 dice. Not a single 6. Oh.
I can't strike blows, obviously. Let's do Shaku now. I've got 3 attacks for charging you.
I am actually going to shield with both these dudes.
All right.
6 high, but drawn fight.
We're both fight 4. All right, 1, 2, 3 goes to Isengard. Of course not. That's all right. I can't be too mad. I just won against Kamul.
Yeah,
so
true.
he'll back up. My 1 crossbow fought against 2 black dragons and was killed. Then my next crossbow fought against 3 Easterlings, also was killed. And then Amdur managed to botch, actually, which was nice, so I've survived there. And then up here, a pikeman of mine was pushed back, but not slain. I fought against the captain and won the fight, but did not wound him, just pushed him back. And then my Uruk shielded, lost the fight, but was not slain. In here, we had a one-on-one Orc versus Easterling. I lost and was just pushed back. And then we had another Uruk-hai lose a fight and push back. And finally, my Uruk-hais actually killed an Easterling, which was a nice way to finish. I'm definitely on the back foot here, but it might not be as bad as it looks. Jordy has 27 models. I just need to kill 6 more to break him. If I can break him, I'm denying him 5 points. That is massive. Now, I also need to out-kill Jordy's heroes. So if I can kill that captain, then I'm denying Jordy another 2 points. But if I can take down one other hero, if I can take down Kamul or I can wound Amdur, that'll actually put me in the lead. So the stakes are pretty high at the moment. I'm on the back foot, but I think I can do this. Now it's priority. Jordy, let's roll for priority.
Let's burn that might off of you.
Classic.
Love it.
Hey! And
You had it last turn.
I had it last turn. That's disappointing. Well, I will be calling a heroic move. I'm going to do it with my Uruk-hai captain. And would you like to counter?
I would like to. I don't get to.
Unfortunately, you are out of might. Awesome. All right. Well, my Uruk-hai captain is going to move. I don't need to pass courage tests yet. My captain is hungry for kills. He's going to go there. And this is how the board lies after my heroic Shaku has managed to go into combat. He really wants to get some kills. In the combat phase, we started off by my pikeman managing to take down an Easterling warrior. Then, my Uruk-hai fighting against Amdur managed to survive, luckily. Further up, my captain, doing his classic captain thing, was slain by 3 Easterlings, I think
3
it was?
Easterlings.
3 Easterlings. Next, my Uruk-hai warrior survived in there.
Yep.
Just pushed back.
Whoa.
Further up, my Uruk-hai managed to kill another Easterling. And unsurprisingly, Kamul annihilated my pikeman, but that's alright, that was always going to happen. And in here, we managed to kill the trapped Easterling in there, and then the other 2 simply pushed each other back. Now we have Shaku. Can Shaku take down this captain in 1 turn? It's not likely, but if he can do it, that's going to be massive.
Because this is such a clutch combat, both my captain and my soldier are going to shield, lending me 6 full attacks with a banner reroll. Oh.
I've got 6 dice. I'm on a 6.
Oh, I've got it, and I don't have it.
They've got a banner still. They've got a banner still. Yes. No. All right. So, how many more do I need to kill to break you? So I need to kill 3 more to break you.
3 more.
All right. Now the question is, do I want to get the warrior first or go for the captain? Breaking you is more important than killing your heroes. So I am going to go for the warrior with my first strike.
Ooh, is that mightable?
It is, but I have 2 might still. I think I can see the game going for 2 more turns, so I'm going to save it. The warrior's dead.
Gets him.
And now let's try to wound the captain.
Needing big 6s.
2 6s and then you'll fail your fate. 1 6.
1 6.
Well, that goes into priority. Let's roll it here on camera.
Let's bait his might.
5.
Oh, that's a
come
tough
on.
one.
That's good.
That's a tough one. Oh.
2. Perfect. So, Jordy, you didn't manage to kill enough models. 1 more and I'm down to a third, which means that I just have free range of movement at the moment. That is very liberating. And this is what the battlefield's looking like at the end of my movement phase. Now, something notable is my Uruk-hai drummer. He counts as a hero, so he's running away because Jordy will get points if he kills him. So he's just going to leg it. My Berserker with Courage 7 charged Kamul. That is exactly the role of the Berserkers in this army, is to tie up big, scary monsters. Now, I have these 2 Easterlings that are both going to be trapped. Further up, I've got a 1-on-1 up there. And then in here, it's a bit of a mess. Jordy still has some free models, but the important thing is that Shaku is fighting against a single Easterling that's fight 3. I just need 3 more kills to break Jordy, and then I will deny him 5 points. So I think I'm in a good position to do that.
So, an important thing happened here. I've got this warrior to charge around here. Now, this combat is within banner range, so Kamul's got an actually decent chance of winning that now. Speak too soon. I've got a trap here and a trap here. We're tied fight, but if the rolling goes okay, Andor's got him, and of course Jacob's got a few good fights at the end here, but we couldn't stop that.
Shaku has 2 points of might still. He's going to call a heroic combat. I need to get kills. So.
All right, definitely shielding.
Yep, let's do it. I've got my 3 attacks. 5.
Oh, I can bait that last point with the 6. Ooh, that's painful.
I don't think I do it. I think I need the might for movement next turn if I lose priority. That really hurts a lot. I've got a banner reroll.
Oh.
Amda managed to kill my Uruk-hai. Next, I had an Uruk-hai pikeman in there that is horribly trapped. So this means that I'm reduced to a third of my starting number, so I will take courage test next turn. My banner did not die because Jordy shielded against him. And then my Uruk-hai, who was trapped in there, managed to win the fight and push them back. Here we had a 1v1, a pikeman fighting an Uruk-hai, and I managed to get the kill. That's really important. I just needed 2 more kills to break Jordy. There's 2 fights here where the Uruk-hai are trapping the Easterlings. The first one, I managed to take him down. No surprises there. Now the Black Dragon rolled a 3 high when he shielded. I rolled a 3 high. The roll-off went to me. 4 strikes, needing 5s. Didn't manage to kill him. So my guys just separate. Now, my Berserker, I thought he was dead, but he managed to survive. Lost the fight, but survived. That's really cool because he can tie up Kamul next turn. Let's roll for priority.
Oh, come on, let's get a might burn.
6.
Oh no.
And a 6
yes!
as well. Not the end of the world. Shaku will be calling a heroic move with his final point of might. Now he just needs to pass a courage test.
Courage checked.
Alright.
Courage 2.
Oh, is he courage 3 base? We might have to check it.
Harbinger. Oh.
With the roll of a 4, Shaku is removed from the game as he has fled the battlefield. So he can live to fight another day, unfortunately. Because he has fled, my heroic has failed. That means that it is Jordy's movement.
With the heroic denied, I get a lot of freedom here. The first thing that I'm going to do, because Kamul's been essence leeching with every wound he's dealt, he's still got 4 will. I'm going to spend 2 on a transfix, and then I'm going to be flying over to this drummer and charging him from here, which gives me that potential for the max hero kill. So, 2 dice transfix on this Berserker. Gets it on the 4.
Alright. And Kamul's going to fly over, and my poor little drummer boy. Alright, Jordy's block of troops has run away, and I have some courage tests to make, which is a little bit unfortunate. But I just need a few to pass. I just need one kill. One kill is so achievable. So that pikeman, he is still alive. That's awesome. Now I can move him, and it's not good odds, but I think he just has to... Oh, he really shouldn't have gone first. He'll just go in there. These three models are within 12 inches of Camul the Easterling, meaning that they have -1 courage. That's not a good sign. So, this first one with the shield, hey, rock solid. He's going to avoid Camul, not Camul, Amder, and go there. Let's take the pikeman. Unfortunately, the Harbinger has caused him to flee the battlefield. Now I've got this one, and he has also fled the battlefield. Now this guy is on courage 3. He is gone as well. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last turn of the game because I am courted. But if I can get 1 kill, I deny Jordy 5 points. He still might get the win. I think he still will get the win, but I'll deny him a lot of points. If this was a tournament, that would be really, really important. So, we have a few combats to do here. Let's do this dice rolling on the camera now.
Oh yeah.
Alright. You've got the priority, so where do you want to start?
I don't think the banner's in range, but just in case, we'll open with that one.
All
My
right.
captain and support.
So and I think your support is fighting me. It looks like he's in base contact there.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. These two.
Alright, so if I can kill him, that's a point. I'm on a 3, you're on a 6, so my banner reroll doesn't matter. Now can you kill him?
So both seeking 5s.
And you've got a 6 there. That's my banner dead. Well, he fought well. Alright, where to next?
While this guy's a trap, we've got him, and it's just versing 2 guys by the looks of it.
Alright, well, I'm going to strike.
Oh,
no. Oh, nearly had it.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright.
Traps, but I am chasing 6s.
Yes. And
No.
nothing.
So I'll
Perfect.
back away.
Just separate. Alright.
And then we have what looks like 3 men onto 1 swordsman.
We're on a 4. It's not great.
We're on a 5.
And that's going to
Do it.
you.
And we'll try for the strike.
And
No.
not good enough.
Too tough.
Alright. I've got a pikeman.
Your last shot. 2 on 1.
He's on a 2. It's
Oh,
not
no.
good. Oi!
We're tight
You do
fight.
have a banner.
I'll take banner first, but this might be your shot.
No. And can you take him down?
And go for the kill.
No, he survived. Now, we've been saying that was our last shot, but this is truly the last hope. If my drummer... Camul only has 1 wound. If I can wound Camul and he fails his 2 fate, I will not only kill Camul, I will kill a hero, and I will break Jordy. There's a lot rolling on this.
Come on, drummer boy.
Alright. Come on, drummer boy.
6.
Oh no, I've got the 5 and Jordy's got the 6.
Camul to just
Camul.
devour him.
And
oh
that
my goodness.
is... Wow.
That's the most dead drummer.
That
in the
drummer
history of Middle-earth.
is no longer a drummer. Now, while we're here, let's quickly talk points, Jordy. You have killed all of my heroes, so you will get 5 points for that. You killed my leader. You will get 2 points for that.
7.
You broke me and remain unbroken. Myself, on the other hand, I will score 0 points. That is a 12-0 victory to the Easterlings.
But well and large, a close 12-0.
I
Sounds stupid, but it really was.
I do agree. Honestly, I don't think my list was fantastic, so I'm pretty happy with how well it did as a fun casual list. But man, my opinion about Easterlings is different after today. Well, what a game. Going down 12-0 definitely stings the pride a little bit, and definitely before this game, I didn't think much of Easterlings, and I gotta say, my perspective has changed. Phalanx with that many pikes and shields is absolutely phenomenal. It was so hard to get through them. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it,
leave a comment and like it, and until next time, have a good one.